Hi friends, welcome to my channel, Yaya's Heart Tarot. Today is Wednesday, September 28th, and I'll be bringing midweek messages today. I'm going to do a couple of readings. These readings are to check in with you to see if there have been any issues come up during the week, good or bad, and to maybe provide some messages with regard to how best to deal with anything that's coming up for your week so that the week can end on the best note possible. We'll be doing 2 readings today, and as always, the readings will be linked to a timestamp in the description box below. So once you've decided on your group, simply drop down into the description box and click on the timestamp that corresponds to your group. Let's go ahead and get started with the groups. The first group, group number 1, is Rosebuds. They are pink rosebuds. I don't know how well you can see that in the camera. And then the card that came along with it has this, I'm not sure what this guy is. Some sort of a porcupine, perhaps. And then group number 2 is Himalayan Salt. Again, I'm not sure how well the color transfers. It's kind of orange, pinkish orange. And try as I might, I could not get just one card for this group. It came up 2 cards over and over and over again, so I finally just went with it. So we've got 2 cards for this group. The first one is an owl, and it looks like maybe a little mouse in a bird bath. And the second card is a really cool old gnarled tree with what looks like moonlight perhaps coming through in the background. So group 1 is rosebuds, pink rosebuds, with the porcupine card. I think it's actually something else, and it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of the name of it, so we're just going to go with that. And then group 2 is the Himalayan Salt, and the owl, the mouse, and the tree. So take whatever time you need to tune in to the 2 possibilities and choose which one calls to you. Once you've decided on your group, click on your timestamp and it will go directly to the beginning of your reading, and I will see you there. Hi group 1, this is your reading, the Pink Rosebuds. I'm not going to go with a written up spread like I usually do. I'm just going to kind of wing it today. So the first message that we'd like to get is for the general energy of your week so far, the entire week. So Spirit, what is the energy of group 1's week? What is the energy, the general energy for their week? Okay, so we got the Star. We got the 6 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. The general energy of your week is that you have been perhaps focused a little too much on how things have gone in the past, kind of daydreaming about the past, being a little bit nostalgic maybe, and you may be sort of hanging your hopes on things have worked out in the past, and this is the way that you would like things to go now, because you have an attachment to the way things were in your past, the way things have worked out. You just feel very strongly about that, and so you are you're kind of looking back on that, and you're not really willing to look at your current situation perhaps. But the current situation is a brand new situation that is going to require you to be all in. It's going to require focus, it's going to require clarity, it's going to require commitment. And if you don't commit to this, you're going to be missing, you're going to miss something important. And so, this could be with regard to a situation at work. This could be with regard to a situation in a relationship. At work, this could be the old, we've always done it this way, it's always worked out, but there's something new coming in and you're just not willing to move forward with it. You're just kind of hanging on to the way things used to be because you liked the way they were. You're not willing to, you may be willing, but you're not happily willing to change things up. This could be with regard to a relationship. There might be something that is just not working out as well in a relationship as it has in the past, but you're not willing to see that. You think everything is fine. You want to keep things the way they've always been, but there's a new situation, there's a new development. And so by not being willing to take a look at that, you're missing part of the picture. You're missing something that's actually going to leave you it's going to leave you in a bad position because you're going to proceed as though things are fine, but they're really not. Unless you're willing to compromise and see the new situation. So that's the energy of the week for you. So, Spirit, thank you for that message. And what is a significant situation in the week for group 1? Significant situation that's affecting their week for group 1. Okay, so we got the Hierophant and we got the 10 of Pentacles. The Hierophant and the 10 of Pentacles. So again, I'm getting another message here that you are holding on to like the old ways. You're holding on to the way it's always been, the way that you've always known it, the way that makes you feel secure and safe and steady and strong. You're holding on tightly to the established way that things have always been. So Spirit, could we please get some more clarification on that? How is that a situation for them? How is that a situation for group 1? Okay. Yeah, so we got the 2 of Wands, and so you're actually being presented with a choice. You're being presented with, and it's not just a choice between do you want caffeine or no caffeine. It's not just a simple surface level choice. This is a choice of things are changing. And you can either hold on to the way that it's always been, or you can move ahead and grab the way things are going. So that's the situation here. And you are holding on to, again, you're holding on to this heavy burden. You're not willing to open up your eyes and see the way things are changing. You're really, I mean, we're just getting message after message after message that you are not willing to change. You're not willing, you are just completely mired in the argument that things have always been fine. Things are fine the way they are. We don't need to change. Everything's fine. We can stick with this. But I'm definitely getting the feeling that things are changing. Things are trying to change, and they're going to change whether you change with them or not. So that's the situation that you're finding yourself presented with this week. There's some change that you are resisting. So Spirit, what's the best way for group 1 to proceed this week? What is the best way for them to proceed? What is the path of least resistance for them, or the path that is going to give them the most benefit this week? Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands, we got the 8 of Swords, and we got the Tower. So I feel like this is an actual individual, this Queen of Wands, but I don't think it's you. I think that this is the other individual or the change. I feel like this is the person or people that are involved in whatever this change are. And these people or person are very forward thinking, very innovative, very creative, and just passionate about things, full of fire. So they're, again, they are going to make this change whether you're on board or not. You are, you're tying your hands in this situation. You're refusing to look at the possibilities. You're refusing to look at, you're refusing to see anything besides your point of view. You don't believe that there's any benefit to this change, and you're not willing to listen to any arguments that there are benefits to this change. You're not willing to listen to any, you're just not willing to compromise at all. If you don't compromise, and even if you do compromise, things are changing. They're going to change, flat out. There is no argument here. There's no possibility that there is not going to be this change. This change is coming. And you can either jump from the tower to the new change, or you can go down with the tower. So that's basically your choices. I mean, that's the way to deal with this week. This is going to happen. You are not looking at this. You're not willing to look at it. You're not willing to listen to anybody. You're really digging your heels in. And so when this happens, and it's going to happen, if you're still up here in your ivory tower and refusing to let anybody in, refusing to consider any other possibility than the way we've always done it, you're going to come toppling down with this. You're going to find yourself on the wrong end of the argument, and things are going to move on without you. So I feel like, and this is my interpretation, this is not so much what the cards have said, but your best bet is to be a little flexible. Spirit, could we please have well, no, let's move on with another message. So what specifically can group 2 do? What should they do for their best good, for their highest good? What should they do for their own highest good this week? Excuse me, group 1. What should group 1 do for their own highest good this week? No, let's not ask that. Let's ask, what should group 1 do to what should group 1 do for their best? Just for the best. What should group 1 do for their week to be the best? For their week to be the best that it can be for them. What should group 1 do? What should group 1 do for the outcome of their week to be the best for them? Okay. Oh, okay. Again, we're getting a really unusual mix of cards here. We got the Emperor, the Three of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. So I'm feeling for the most part that the message for you is to look at the big picture, to take the high road, to take a more expansive view of things. So that's what these cards are saying. But what is the Ten of Swords here for, Spirit? Could you please provide some clarification on the Ten of Swords? Why is this here? The Fool and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like these cards weren't meant to come out. Hang on. Spirit, could we get some clarification, please, on the Ten of Swords? Okay, so we got the Moon, we got the Three of Pentacles, and we got the Seven of Pentacles. So we're getting a lot of Pentacles here. The Seven and the Three of Pentacles are both talking about work that's been done, working with others. It's talking about work. Putting in the work, toiling, doing your part. So I feel as though this is saying that even, okay, that's what this is. Even if it doesn't feel good, even if it doesn't feel good to you, this is saying to do the work, to rather than argue about it and worry about it and think about it, whatever this is, what this is saying is that even though it won't feel good, or it might not feel good, or it doesn't feel good to you, try whatever the change is. Actually do it. Do the physical work. Ground yourself in doing whatever it is that the change is. Give it a chance. Don't even think about it. The Pentacles talks about the things that are material and solid and worldly, or earthy rather, not the things that are lofty and thoughtful. So this is saying that even though it really is not what you want and it doesn't feel good to you, do the thing. Whatever the change is, just do it. Do it, and you don't have to commit to it. Within yourself, you're going to keep your thoughts, your emotions, your commitment to yourself. You're not necessarily making a commitment to this change by giving it a try. You're not wholeheartedly on board. You're not saying, okay, I'll do this, it's done, this is the way it's going to be. You're just giving it a try. You're just going to try it out. And by doing that, I feel as though it's going to give you a much clearer picture. Here again, we've got the Moon. Things right now are dark. Things right now are uncertain. You don't really know how this change is going to affect you. That's the biggest thing that's keeping you from being on board with this. You just don't know how you're going to be affected by this. You're fearful to try something that you are not sure of, that you don't know if it's going to be good for you or not. Again, it doesn't feel too good for you. It's making you fearful. So you're still very uncertain, and you're going to probably continue to be that way for the time being. But the only way to really get to the point where you can make a decision for yourself is to actually feel what it feels like to do the change. So it doesn't have to be permanent. It doesn't have to be something that you're completely on board with. But the recommendation here, the advice that Spirit is giving you is just to try it out. Just do it. Don't think too hard about it. You don't have to be excited about it. You don't have to be completely on board with it. In fact, you probably won't be. But just give it a chance. Just do the thing and see how it feels, and then make a decision once you've done that. So, Spirit, what is the outcome for Group 1 for their week? What is the outcome for them this week? What is the outcome that they can expect this week? What will be the outcome for group 1? Okay, so we got the 9 of Cups, we got the Queen of Swords, and we got the 7 of Cups. So the outcome is that you are, you're still going to feel pretty emotional about this situation, and you're gonna most likely still be up in the air about it. You're by the time the week is out, you are probably still going to be quite emotional, and you're still going to not be wholeheartedly on board with this change. You're not sure how this change is going to affect you. And so you're still going to be very nervous about it. You're still, in fact, it's possibly getting even more nerve-wracking for you, because, it could be, since you're actually trying this out, that people are assuming that you're just going to go along with it. Let me get a little more clarification. Spirit, why is the Queen of Swords here? What is the Queen of Swords telling us? The 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. So the Queen of Swords is saying to make your position clear. That you are holding out to see how things actually go with this change. So in order to ease your concerns, your trepidation about this, you will want to speak up and be very clear that you are just giving this a try, that you're not on board with it yet. You want to see how it feels, you want to see how it works out, give it a chance, but you're not completely on board, and so you're reserving the right to hang on to the way things are now, or go back to the way things are if this change doesn't work out. So that is the outcome for the week for you. It sounds like your week is a little bit up in the air, and it's probably going to continue to be. This might be kind of a tough week for you. And I really don't have a lot of resolution for you at this point. Spirit, are there any additional messages that you'd like to give to Group 1 as to how to best deal with their week? Is there any additional messages that you would like to give to them? Any additional messages for Group 1? That's quite a few cards, but let's see what we got here. Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Knave of Chalices, and the Chariot. Yeah, just try and keep your emotions in check. Try and be as grounded as you possibly can as you move forward with this. Just don't jump to conclusions yet. Don't get really reactive about this whole thing. Just kind of keep things under control. Even though you're trying something new and it concerns you and you're not wild about it, just try and hang on. Just hold on. See this little guy? He's holding on to the reins here. So just hang on. It might be a little bit of a bumpy ride, but everything here is pointing toward the Knight and the King of Pentacles are both talking very strongly about moving forward, or just staying solid, not getting flighty, not freaking out, not panicking, not dumping the whole situation. Just hang in there. Just hang in there. The Knave of Chalices, this is kind of this is saying to give it, look at this with a beginner's mind. Open your heart to the possibility that this might work. This might be something new that could possibly be even better. So keep that kind of in your back pocket, that it is possible that this could actually end up to be something better So if you kind of look at it with that mindset, then it could end up being a lot easier to get through than if you are still looking at it as, I hate this, I don't want to change this, why do we have to do this? So just kind of go at this at a nice steady pace, and keep an open mind, and believe in your heart that it could actually be better than the way things have before. It could actually even be something even better. So let's take a look at this oracle card here, see if we can figure out what this guy is. This says, your fears may find you in a sense of being stuck, caught in a snag, hanging precariously in an uncertain and tenuous state. That's pretty much right on the money, isn't it? Spirit invites us to let our defenses down enough to look around. You may have a rather surprising view. Don't struggle and fight your predicament. Instead, you may choose to be brave and sit still in the silence with no distractions. If you choose to let fear drive you, you may lose your grip on the opportunity you have been given in the situation and fall. Perception is a powerful, transformative. Perception is a powerful transformative. An interesting way to use that word. Anyway, I'd say this is right on the money. Right on the money. Don't struggle and fight your predicament. Instead, you may choose to be brave and sit still in the silence with no distractions. So, again, give it a try. Sit with it. Actually, don't struggle against these new changes that are coming up. Give it a try. Sit in it. See how you feel with it. And then make a decision. So, wow, that card was like really right on the mark. So anyway, hopefully this is helpful for you, Group 1, as your week rolls out. I'm glad that you were here to share this reading with me, and I hope that I will see you again soon, and I hope that your week ends up being good for you. I hope that this change ends up being something really good for you, and I hope that you're okay with it, because it sounds like it's going to happen no matter what. So, good luck. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi, Group 2. This is your reading. The Himalayan Salt, the Owl, Mouse, and the Tree. This week I'm not going with a written up spread. I'm just kind of winging it. So let's go ahead and get started with this reading. And the first message that we would like to get, please, Spirit, is what's the general energy of the week for Group 2? What is the general energy of the week for Group 2, please? Okay, Group 2, we got the Ace of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Ace of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Well, the general energy of your week so far, you're being faced with a new situation. You're being faced with some sort of a decision or some sort of a new idea. And you are having to decide whether or not it's feasible or whether or not it is practical, I'm hearing. So I'm gonna get a couple more cards on this maybe. I'm not entirely sure what the situation is here. Spirit, could we have some additional clarification, please? Okay, well, that's a few more than a couple, but we'll go with it. So we got the Three of Swords. We got the Eight of Pentacles. The Six of Wands. And the Star. So this new situation or this idea is something that is risky. It's in one direction, it could end up being really a bad decision. It could end up costing you a lot. But on the other side, if it works out, it could be fulfilling your wildest dreams. That's a big energy, you guys. So this is a big decision to make. Okay, well, that's the energy that we've got for the week then. You've got a big decision or an idea that's presented itself. And if it goes one way, it could be really bad. If it goes the other way, it could be, again, fulfilling your wildest dreams. So, all right, Spirit. So thank you for that message. And so what is the nature of this situation? What is the nature of this situation, this decision, this idea for group 2? Got the Judgment card. We got Temperance and the 5 of Wands. Okay, well, again, kind of interesting energies here. I feel like this decision is something that you are looking at from the standpoint of how it's going to affect you. But it's actually a decision that's going to affect others who are depending on you. And so I think that there's some caution here that you take the time to understand kind of the middle ground. That you take the time to understand that you're going to have to temper this idea. Because I'm getting the feeling that you want to just go all out with this. You want to go for broke. You want to bet the farm. You just want to jump in and do this, and whatever happens, happen. Whatever comes, whatever come what may, whatever happens, that's what's gonna happen. And you have this excitement. You've got this risk-taking feeling that you want to just jump all in, because if this works, it's going to be the best thing ever. You know, it's going to be like winning the lottery if it works. But the fact of the matter is, it could go the other direction. But you're not really wanting to look at that because you are just so excited that this could be your golden goose. This could be your out. This could be the way that you turn your life around. But the thing is that there's others that this is going to affect as well. And they're maybe not all in, or they're maybe afraid. And if it does go south, if it does go bad, this was your dream, your idea, not theirs, and they may suffer for it if it doesn't pan out. So the cards are asking you to weigh your options carefully before you jump in with both feet. So Spirit, thank you for that message. And what is the best way what is something that group 2 is not seeing? What is something that group 2 is not seeing? What's hidden from them, or that they're not seeing or not aware of? The Hierophant and the Queen of Wands. So there is someone that is, there's a woman that's involved with this situation. There's a woman, and it's probably the other person that could be affected by this. And she is someone who stands behind you and will probably back you if you do this. But she does have a valid point that this could affect her strongly. And she is someone who has really good counsel. She is someone who is very wise. She's very wise. And so something that you're not seeing is that she may have a perspective on this that will shed a great deal of light and understanding on the situation that you have either not asked for, or you are not listening to, or you just don't understand, and she needs to explain it better. So, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, but more than likely it is. But that's what you're not taking into account, or you're not seeing, is the perspective or the view that this person has that will bring in some additional information, some additional wisdom, just bring some light to the situation that may help to still go with the idea, but make it safer for all of those involved. Spirit, thank you for that message. And so what is the best way for group 2 to proceed? What is the best way for group 2 to proceed with their week? What is the best way for them to proceed, please? These cards are not being very cooperative. What is the best way for group 2 to proceed this week? Okay, so we got the Queen of Cups, and we got the Page of Cups. Listen to your heart, and listen to those who love you. Yeah. Listen to your heart, because this is something new. This is something that you're excited about, that you're enthusiastic about. So you need to listen to your heart, because that enthusiasm is what can bring this to pass and to be something good. But you also need to listen to those who love you. They will support you, but they may bring a different perspective. Again, we're back to this different perspective that will not only support you, but protect you as well as protecting your world. Because if you do this and it doesn't work out, not only does it not work out for you, and not only does it not work out for them, but by not working out for them, it affects the relationship that you have with them as well, because they may be harmed by this situation, or they may be disappointed, or they may be wounded by this situation. And not only is that going to affect them, but it's going to affect their outlook on the relationship with you. So So take into account the people who love you, and also listen to your heart, and find kind of a middle place between those two. A place where they agree. Find a place where there's some agreement between those. So Spirit, thank you for those messages. What is the outcome for this week for group 2? What is the outcome for their week? What outcome can they look forward to? Please. Okay, so we got the 3 of Wands, and we got the 10 of Swords. So the outcome is, if you grab that brass ring and you just go for it, someone's going to get hurt. There's going to be something that doesn't work out. Spirit, could we get some additional information, please? Could we get some clarification on the 10 of Swords? Clarification on the 10 of Swords. Why is this here? Why is this here? The Empress. So this other individual that we've talked about, this other woman, is the one who could be hurt by this. Spirit, why is the 3 of Wands here? What is the significance of the 3 of Wands, please? We got the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so the Ace of Pentacles is saying that if you want this to be your fortune, to be, this thing that sets you on your path to being rich or happy or abundant or have a new home or whatever it is, you need to slow down. This new thing will work out, but you need to slow down, or someone will get hurt. And typically, and not typically, probably it's this woman that is in the situation with you, who is someone who loves you and that you love. If you need to put on the brakes, just not stop. You don't have to abandon this situation. Again, listen to your heart. Your heart is telling you that this is something exciting, and this is something that's going to fulfill your dreams, but not in a way that you need to just jump with both feet in. We have the Temperance card back here. Yes, Temperance. That also is saying, just slow down. Slow things down a little bit. There's going to be time. You're not missing the boat by not doing this immediately. So the outcome, the way to proceed, the way to make this work out is to slow your roll just a little bit. Slow down. Give this some time to let everything materialize so that you can really see what's the best way to go. You can see clearly how to go about this situation. And if you do that, it will have a much better outcome. So Spirit, is there any additional messages for group 2 about their week? Any additional messages for them about this week? Whoa! No, I don't want the whole deck. Sorry, guys. Any additional messages for group 2 for their week, please? Okay, guys, this is what happened when I tried to get the Oracle card at the beginning. There's just like a ton of cards coming out. All right. So we got the King of Swords, and we got the 7 of Cups. Yeah, so there's the additional, the final message is that there's going to continue to be some confusion as the week moves on. This decision is not going to be clear-cut. It's not going to be clear-cut, and you need to wait until it is, until you have a strong grasp and a clarity about what this situation really is and how to bring it about. So that's the additional message for this week, is that come the end of this week, things are still not going to be clear. There's still going to be some decision that's just not quite clear. You don't have all the facts, or you are not understanding every piece of it, and so you don't want to just jump anyway. You don't want to say, I don't care, I've got to do this now, I'm going to do it anyway. Don't do that. Get some clarity. Get really strong on being clear on what's the best way to proceed with this situation. Understand everything that you can about it. Seek out whatever information that you need, and make sure that everything is very, very clear before you move forward with whatever this $1 million idea is. So let's take a look at your 2 oracle cards and see what we got here. So the first one says, when the world storms around you, the direction of where you are headed is unclear, and you feel you have lost control in the driving winds, this is an opportunity to be reminded that Spirit is with you. Okay, so here we are. When you need this clarity, check with Spirit. And for you, that may mean praying. For you, that may mean dreams. That may mean meditation. That might mean just sitting down and listening to what comes into your mind. You're invited to use this time to ride on the air and hover for a moment and get a glimpse of the overview of where you are, not where you've been or where you wish to go. So, again, get a very clear picture of what this is before you do anything. Control is only an illusion. You can only control your own choices and reactions. As minuscule as you may feel when you are rudderless and seemingly drifting, it is well to know that continuous achievement is not the only worthy part of your journey. So, don't just go for the gusto without knowing where you're going. And then our other card, this cool gnarly tree. You are being reminded to look after your needs. Being in service to others is a noble pursuit, but as the saying goes, what is for the highest good of all? Means you need to include yourself in the equation. Be aware that you have not fallen into the pattern of doing for others all the time at the cost of doing for yourself. This is not being as selfless as you may tell yourself. It takes a brave heart to enact compassion for oneself as well as others, and if you do not do so, the act of service can accumulate into a bitter undercurrent in your being as resentment that ultimately turns to judgment. We actually had the judgment card here, I believe. No, somewhere we did. Anyway, so we talked about here listening to your heart and listening to the heart of those who love you. So this brings that in. Listen to your own heart as well. I'm not saying to abandon this dream, not at all. I'm just saying that make sure that you know how to go about this dream before you take that leap. Otherwise, you could end up out in the cold. You could end up harming others along with you, others who you love and who love you. So put yourself in the equation. Keep yourself in the equation, but keep others that you love in that equation too. So balance that out. This Temperance card talking about that balance that you need to find. So, kind of a cool reading. It sounds like you guys have got some irons in the fire, some cool happenings, but that they're just not quite not quite figured out yet, but they will be. But just give it the time that it needs. You don't want to end up harming yourself and harming someone else and not being able to get it back. So before you jump, make sure you see, how deep is the water? Where are you going? What's the best way to get there? So I hope that this all pans out for you, whatever this is, because it sounds like if it goes the right way, and it does definitely have that potential, it's going to be something amazing. So I'm excited for you guys. Thank you for being with me to do this reading, and I hope that I see you again real soon. In the meantime, have a great week. Bye-bye.